Calling all nerds. This is More Than Dice, the podcast where we dive deep into the realms of everything nerdy. Whether you're a nerd culture connoisseur, a tabletop titan, a miniature gaming marveler, or just someone who proudly embraces their inner geek, this is the podcast for you. And now here's your hosts, Gonzo, Nerd, and Mizzy.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm Nerd.
I'm Captain Mizzy, who's definitely not afraid of anything Gonzo has planned.
If you weren't here for the pre-ramble, I was actually giving some good shock and awe to Mizzy, and of course I figured our new saying is "Damn it, Gonzo," which seems to be happening quite often recently. But welcome to episode 333, I think we're on.
That sounds
333. We're at episode 333. Today's going to be a Hodge Podge type episode. We're going to be discussing some role playing, some miniature gaming, some Adepticon stuff, and things going on. We got Mizzy is going to be trying to finish up her Adepticon miniatures. Nerd is working on a cool, cute owlbear. And I am going to be working on our new Mimic miniature that we printed out that we're bringing to Adepticon to give away to our followers. You must follow one of our things, either Twitch or Facebook or something of that nature, to receive the miniature. Yeah. That way, just gives it to the people that, are actually there, not just throwing it away. Other than that, we got to give a shout out to our good friend Turbo Dork. Turbo Dork is a maker of fine metallic paints, and they're also their awesome medium. If you haven't picked up their thinning medium, it's my favorite thinning medium right now. This thing's amazing. If you haven't picked that up, they'll be selling that at Adepticon. I think they have a couple other surprises at Adepticon, but I'm not allowed to talk about it right now. I gotta wait. I was sworn to secrecy. So, but they have some really cool stuff going on. And so if you don't know, our good friend Meredith, that still, even though she works at CEO of Steve Jackson Games, she is also still working at Turbo Dork, and bring this up, and she is running for one of the board positions for Gamma. Also, if you were watching last week, our good friend Jake from Bill Paint Play is also running for another board position at Gamma too. So if you're a voting member, please go and check them out, and I would offer them your vote because they good peoples.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, we want to say that we really appreciate everybody. Adepticon is right around the corner. We only have like a week and a few days before we're going. We're leaving out Wednesday early morning, like 3 a.m. because we're driving.
I'll be asleep.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, but you're getting there on Tuesday, though, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're leaving.
Glad to.
Yeah, I did check the weather, by the way. Someone posted up the weather, and it looks like it's gonna be mostly 50s and 60s with a chance of rain on Friday. Okay. So that's the only thing that we have to worry about, because we're walking from the hotel into the thing, so we may have to bring some umbrellas. I think it's Friday. It's looking like it's possible. So I think you have the walkway at your hotel. We don't have a walkway at our hotel.
I might. I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I think you have the skywalk. We don't. It would be cool if we did, but we don't.
Lucky me.
Yeah. But like I said, we're getting ready for Adepticon, going in there. Corvus Belly for the win. Love Corvus Belly. We have a lot of cool things coming from Corvus Belly. If you don't know, we are actually content creators for Corvus Belly. They have just started sending us new product. I was talking with them this week, and we are getting the 2 new paint sets for the Yujing and the Pan Oceania. I will be taking the Pan Oceania, and Nerd will be taking the Yujing and painting that up on stream on her channel. I am also painting up the new elves. We will be giving away some elves, by the way. We were given some new product, and once it gets here, I will be paying up my personal copy because I'm buying the elves at Adepticon.
Because you're telling Corvus Belly to shut up and take your money.
Yes, I am. And if they give us an action pack, which they said they're going to give us an action pack, we will do a giveaway for that action pack. Because I bought one and they're going to give us one. I'm going to paint it up on air. I've been planning it. I've got my color scheme already planned for my elves. Going to do a fall type pattern with them. I even got all the stuff ready for it. I'm so ready to paint these guys and play them. Been looking at the rules with them all week. Mizzy's been cussing me out every day. I send her a picture. Which we'll talk about while we're doing this too, because it's going to be one of the topics we're going to cover. But love Corvus Belly. They're doing some really good things. We're also going to be picking up, I should say, Mizzy's going to be picking up the entire Warcrow Adventures because she wants to play demons. Is going to pick up the entire thing.
Because I need demons so I can yeet goblins. Yes.
So
no one is surprised. If you
Cookie,
are, you're new here.
those aren't Home Depot color patterns. They're actually an entire product that does that. And I found it on somebody's site, and I was like, that's actually a really cool concept. And it's these color cubes. They have a ton of things in there. You just look at the card and go, oh, this looks like it. You flip it over, and it gives you the colors, and even gives you the hex code if you really, really want to get into it, of all that stuff. So, which,
like that.
Yeah. But I've always wanted to do the stuff. I'll see if I can get Mizzy. Mizzy, can you look at Color Cube and see if you can get it? Type thing. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I can't remember the actual name of it. But I saw it at somebody's podcast that I was looking at. I was like, oh, that's a neat little concept. And during the Christmas breaks, they had a good sale, so you could get both of these cubes really cheap. I mean, this thing, I'm going to show. I mean, this is the cube. Yep. Sarah and A. Clark color cubes. And I mean, it is, every one of these is a card with a color on it. And you can just pull out and you're like, oh, a snow scene. And then it'll tell you the entire color palette.
Nice.
And there's 2 of these cubes. So there's a shit ton.
Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Yeah. And they're just not, I mean, you don't have to have them, but it's nice.
They're 40 a piece, or you can get both of them for less than 70.
I think I got those for like less than 60 during the holiday break. So maybe they'll do another sale. So, but that one's actually pretty, that's what I used. I've been drooling about these elves for a long time. But let's go ahead and get started. Do we have any shout outs this week?
I don't think so.
No.
Nope. I don't think so either. We definitely want to say a shout out to all of our Adepticon workers and volunteers before we go, and everybody that put on Adepticon. We know, as someone that has put on a convention myself, I know how hard it is and how much it takes to do that. So we want to say, a good shout out to them, saying we appreciate all the hard work that they do. And I know they're in the scramble phase of getting everything done because they always have amazing terrain for their tables. Really good stuff. They get a lot of good stuff from products, so it'll be really nice to see
last minute. There's always last minute emergencies too.
Oh yeah. So, and of course, we're going to be there, and we do a lot of social media posting. Myself and Mizzy. Usually, I'm like, "Here's my phone. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. All right, post this. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. Post this." So you'll definitely get tons of pictures from us, like last year. It's always a good time. We're definitely looking forward to a lot of good things. But question of the week, nerd, what you drinking?
Water. Good old water.
Mizzy, what are you drinking tonight?
Distracted pinning that.
I saw that.
Mizzy is drinking a strawberry vanilla prebiotic soda because it's nummy and delicious, but I also have a little bit of energy H2O because hydrates.
I'm doing strictly the water myself. I am definitely drinking. My new water bottles came in. I bought some Yeti water bottles that are yellow with my name on it and such. So, you know me.
Surprise face.
Yeah. But I'll be bringing those. I needed a new water bottle to take with us for Adepticon, and I was like, if I'm going to take something I have to keep cold water in all day, I'm going to get a Yeti to do it. So it's cold all day long. Yeah, good hydrating, thermos water bottle, and I get a good discount on Yeti stuff because of a vet. Blah blah blah. So I won't ever not do that. But guys, we want to make sure that we appreciate everything that you do. Everybody that listens, whether you listen to us live, Facebook, SoundCloud, what network you ever follow us on, we greatly appreciate it. When we originally started this, it's not the same crew, but things move on, things happen. But we've got a good crew now. We appreciate everything we do. It's amazing that we still have people that I'm still amazed that people come and listen to us and still tell us this. So if you see us at Adepticon, you'll be able to recognize us. We'll have t-shirts on. If we don't recognize you, tell us your name that you use on here because we want to know. We want to, say thanks and give you a miniature. So cheers.
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 Crisp and refreshing.
Yep, you're right, Allison. Living on the wild side. Water. Just water.
Cookie, the crew has changed. Originally, just so a history, when we started this almost 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was myself, John, and a friend of mine named Seth, and we all had the same rules type thing. And Seth,
At a meeting at Adepticon?
I met Seth a long time ago. He was a big miniature painter, won some competitions, but he was a teacher and just couldn't do it. He's like, I just don't have time. And so Seth had to back away, and that's when I invited Kathy on, and John, and I were doing it for quite a while. Of course, Kathy passed away, and we asked Nerd on. I met Nerd through some other means, through different podcast networks, and threw it out there and she kind of knows, but doesn't kind of know. She kind of knows now that we invited her on, it was kind of like an interview to see how she would do on air, but also to get her, some exposure and, just, and it was in a really hard time for a lot of us. So the community was all leaning on each other during that time. And so we brought Nerd on. And after we were off, I pretty much said, I want Nerd on the podcast. I'm gonna reach out to Nerd. And John was like, yep, I'm fine with that. And then Nerd got suckered in. I mean, joined. She flipped the table. And then John decided it was time for him to step away. And so he stepped away, no big deal. And so Mizzy had been on off and on, as a but Mizzy has now taken on a bigger role in doing things. And Mizzy's always done our graphic design work. So we have.
I got promoted from moderator to co-host. I did such a good job. I have to do more work.
And then we've been getting a lot of people asking us to do stuff. And, I never thought about this, I'd always done a little bit of content creation, we'd get some model here and there or whatever, but we've actually had to turn down some people for content creation. And I was like, nope. And I'm not worried about it because I have someone that's going to take care of that shit right now. But we've actually had to turn down some content creation just based on the properties and our timeline, because we've actually had to have someone else now monitor what we do and make sure we don't take on too much stuff and actually put things on a calendar for us, because we're all ADH nerds that get hyper focused or we totally forget because our manager is most likely going to get onto our ass because we're supposed to have done a Warcrow thing that was in the past what we've done, and we have a goblin thing that we have to do that we promised we would do, and we haven't got a chance to do that. But these will be all after Adepticon.
What goblin thing?
Remember the Goblin RPG tabletop miniature game that we got? It was like a few pages. It was like Goblin Trailer Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got into a super busy time, and they gave it to us for free. And they were like, "Hey, can you just talk about it?" We promised we would do it. I just told them it would be a bit because we've got a lot of things that have been going on.
Mhm.
Because we've been doing a lot of things for Privateer Press, aka Steamforge Games, and now Corvus Belly and Trench Crusade. We've got a lot of stuff coming for Trench Crusade. Um,
Ooh, look at that.
so
It's so blurry. Work with my camera. Anyway, Sully.
so
Cookie, what kind of glam do you want next time?
yeah, you have to tell you what type of glam. But we've got a few things coming down the pipe for More Than Dice. Like I said, more content creation stuff where we will be taking stuff that we do content creation on More Than Dice and we'll actually flood into Nerd's channel. And it kind of, I wouldn't say it helps Nerd, but you understand what I'm saying. It gives her, a little bit more and kind of help boost her channel a bit more, which we're, us, we're always willing to help anybody. Cyberpunk Yellows.
I am writing it down now. So, all right.
You
So we
should
have.
probably look over at your manager and go, "Hey, remind me to do this." We will not be streaming next week because we have to get ready for Adepticon, and I want my team to be fully rested.
Oh,
And
thank you. I'll mark that on my calendar.
yeah, we will be going to Adepticon next week, and I don't want to put any additional. I mean, not that I'm going to put additional pressure, but um,
Yeah.
we could all use some time to get ready and get everything focused and packed and all that good stuff.
I took
So
an extra day off work so I can make sure that I'm ready.
yeah, I took
I
an
took
extra.
the Tuesday before and the Tuesday after. I'm good. I got this.
Yeah, but yeah, we will not have a show next week because we are all going to be getting ready. We got to make sure we're packed. We've got to talk about what we're doing at Adepticon and we'll probably have a small internal meeting with our manager to make sure that we're doing and got everything going. Which I accidentally kicked our manager out of our Google Calendar on accident.
Yeah, Gonzo.
I'm sitting. So what was it Saturday morning?
You did.
Yes.
Of
Yeah.
course you did.
I'm sitting there Saturday morning and I get this message going, I blah 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 has logged into your account. Do you recognize this? And I didn't recognize it. And so
No,
I'm like
he calls me first.
going, did you sign in? He's like, no, that's not me. And I totally forgot that our hidden manager logged in. So I changed all the passwords and locked everybody out.
And I even said, this looks like this person's thing. Did you check with them?
And I said no. So I got it.
Damn it, Gonzo.
Can't take you anywhere.
So, but I mean, they've got access again. They're going to set up some more stuff to make sure our Google Calendar's fine. Because we've gotten a lot of things coming through. Not only we have Privateer Press stuff, like I said, we've got Corvus Belly. We also got Trench Crusade stuff coming down the line. We will definitely be doing some. Oh my gosh, my brain is farting right now. We will be doing. Damn it. What is it?
All right.
Uh,
So,
damn it.
Infinity.
Yep.
Not Judgment.
Infinity Warcrow.
Infinity, Warcrow, Trench Crusade, Blackout.
We got to do a blackout one. That was another one I totally forgot about. We got a small blackout that we're going to be doing, and it's not going to be big. And then Relic Knights. That was the one.
Yes.
We will be picking up Relic Knights, at least a 2-player starter and a couple of models. And we got to test that out because I know a lot of people are looking to where that's going to be coming. So we just have to get, we have to get organized.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, I've only got one demo to do while I'm at Adepticon. The one I was on the waiting list for is still waitlisted. So.
Which one is it?
Port Royal.
Or which one?
Port Royal is waitlisted. I think Port Royal is waitlisted.
Yeah, and if you're going to Adepticon and they have this a demo or everything, you can watch the demo and see what they're
I just
doing.
can't necessarily participate.
Correct. So you can, and that's what I usually do is I walk up and I see someone playing it and I watch the mechanics. And if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll come back later and wait to see if there's an opening. And if not, I'll just go buy it. So I don't have to worry about it.
Yee.
So, okay. So, to make sure that we're all on the same page here, we're taking the 23rd off. We'll be taking the 30th off because we'll be driving back.
Yes.
So, we will be back on April 6th.
Correct.
Okay.
April 6th
There
will
we
be
go.
our first podcast back date. Because we're taking a 2-week break. I already talked to actually some of our content creating people and our people that we do work for, saying that hey, we'll be off for about 2 weeks due to Adepticon, and then we'll be back. And April 6th will be our Adepticon review, blah 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 episode. So we'll have to make sure the manager takes and reminds us to do our shit and get all that done, because I know our manager was actually booking all of our appointments in our calendar of where we have to be for Adepticon. Ed, I am not taking any hobby classes this year. There was nobody that I really thought that I wanted to, and they're so expensive. And it's not a dig on the artist, but conventions are expensive. Um, and I wanted to play games this year more than I wanted to do hobby stuff. Um, I actually thought about doing hobby classes next year, as in me teaching hobby classes next year. I know there's been a lot of people that have been asking about 3D printing stuff, and I get a lot of questions from people about 3D printing, um, resin, FDM, so on and so forth. And I mean, a lot of people asking. And so I've thought about doing some class, doing a class on 3D printing within, your means and monies. So I thought about it.
Because we be balling on a budget.
Yeah, especially now. You're doing the opposite. Are you doing nothing but classes this year, Ed? Shazard, you are more than welcome to ask me questions on 3D printing. Let me go ahead and get I'm going to switch over to my paint cam. You'll get a smaller picture of nerds, but let me go ahead and turn everything on. And I'll get started on painting and show you the miniature that I'm working on. Okay. Thank you, webcam, for being a pain in the butt.
This is fine. Everything is fine.
I know Allison isn't the owlbear cute as heck.
Yosh.
You sleepy boy.
Just a sleepy boy and everybody love him.
Yeah. Yeah, his little owlbear tail and his little owlbear wings. He's just got little ones right here.
Of course. Webcam's going to cause the problem.
Alfonso, Dallas, and Ben. Well, cool.
There we go.
Hammer being a butt.
I just need to click it to the right.
Technology is great when it works and
There
when
we
you
go.
hit the right buttons.
Boom, shakalaka laka.
So cute until they bite your face off. Exactly.
So you bite there. All right, so I was going to show this off. Here's the mini. Let me see if I can get it.
The amount of joy that this mini brings me, I'm telling you. Oh,
Wait, the one that the mimics?
yes.
Yee. Yep, that's me. The one with the glasses is me, Allison.
Yeah. There's Nerd. There's Mizzy. There's I. And there's our hidden manager one, by the way. And here is
Where?
the one in the back. That is not it,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
The support system.
Yeah. And then here is, this is what it was printed at 100% scale. This is, the way it was built and everything. And Nerd's going to get this one. I did have to print it hollow because it's just, I actually had a little bit of leakage I had to fix on it too. You can see that little gloss. No, we thought about it and we tried, but it would have been too much of a hassle to get the cat ears with them hanging on top of me. It didn't work. So we decided to make mine a bigger model instead of, because originally it was supposed to be the same size as these, but it didn't look right and it didn't do what it was supposed to. So we decided to just do a normal. But
Stomping on Gonzo, that tracks.
yes.
Saying, put your damn cat ears on, Gonzo.
So, but this is the full size one. Nerd will be getting that one so she can paint it up on her stream.
Wee.
But like I said, we have a lot of stuff to cover and a lot of things coming up for the channel that we're having to take care of and do. So it's not like we hired someone to be our manager. We just says, hey, we need help. Can you organize us? And they were like, yes.
We asked very nicely and they said yes.
They don't want to be named. They don't want to be anything. They were like, I'll just manage it and remind y'all to do your shit. I'm like, sweet.
I didn't ask for this. I was doing just fine. No, I'm kidding.
Gonzo, are you going to let us see your face with those cat ears on?
Oh, yeah. Let me flip my camera around. Sorry. Totally forgot about that. There you go. How about that?
Okay.
But get this going. But yeah, we have a lot of things we need to. We actually have a dinner planned, a More Than Dice dinner to go to, so we can talk business with someone not in More Than Dice because they're just a good, solid friend of ours.
Because we like this person a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even know these people.
Yeah, Nerd doesn't know this person, but that's all right.
But you will.
Soon enough.
And it's going to be great. And then you're going to have all the friends.
Okay. I've used this brush once.
Are you telling me I don't have friends?
I'm telling you, you're going to have another friend.
Okay.
You actually know this person because you've helped this person.
I have?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah! Okay. Yep.
You actually have helped this person. And so now you get to meet them. All right. So I've used this brush once and the tip is already curled and it's already frayed out and everything. So I am not happy with this brush. This
That's
brush
just rude.
does not make me happy.
Disappoint.
Yeah, especially when I paid for an entire set of them. So let's try another one. All right. But
Throw
before
it on the ground like a Viking.
I throw it in the trash.
Yep.
So I want to get this started and get things going on this. So I'm just going to do a quick dry brush all over this, and then I'll do the detailing on it. Because I got to paint mimic stuff on this. I got to paint a purple tongue, a red tongue, and a hot pink tongue, pretty much. Otherwise, someone's going to beat me up if I don't do it correctly. It might help if I have this focused so you can see what I'm doing. But Ed, if you're going to be, you said you're going to be at Adepticon taking those classes. Just find us. If you're going to the content creator meet and greet, that is the perfect time to get with us and hang out and see things.
Nerd will be primarily hanging out in Fort Whipple.
Yep, Nerd is primarily going to be a Fort
Yep.
Whipple person, which is her MO. So that would be the perfect spot. If you can't find Mizzy or I, go to Fort Whipple and you can find her. If you haven't gotten your...
Look for the teal hair and bright colored pants.
We're wearing pants? Oh.
I mean, we're in public.
Hail hydrate.
I will be wearing pants. Hail hydrate.
Hydrates.
Okay. Let's go. I don't know what pants is that other than like prisons, but seeing as it'll be potentially semi-chilly and I'll be walking around a lot, pants will be kind of a necessity.
I'll be wearing shorts.
You'll be wearing short pants. I will probably be wearing jeans. Likely.
I'll definitely be bringing my overalls for one of the days.
Oh yeah.
Because
Like I said,
overalls.
and one of the days it looks like it's possibly going to rain. I'll be checking the weather this coming weekend and see how it is shaping up. But it looks like we possibly get rain on Friday or Saturday. Not 100% sure on that. Okay. So I got the metals on there. No big deal. No,
That looks like a lot of fun already.
We'll get started on the other stuff. Leg coverings. Yeah. Leg coverings that the society has deemed that we must wear.
Yeah. It's a little dumb, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But yes, we'll be there for that. Yeah, like I said, if you can meet to the content creators meet and greet, I know that they were trying to open up more slots for it. And if you show up, there's a good chance you could still come. But they limited it to 100 badges when it started. But let's see.
We'll try to get there early.
Yeah, we are going to be rushing because we can't get to our hotel room till like an hour before it. So we'll be like there getting it and then rushing over to that. Which hopefully our manager is figuring out where we're supposed to be because I don't know.
Our manager knows exactly where we're supposed to be.
Got all of our directions and everything.
Mm-hmm. Nerd and I are gonna have real fun getting to the gender minority meet and greet because it's over at the Hyatt Hotel, and then I gotta rush back over to the.
Oh, it's at a different. It's at an entirely different hotel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, great.
Oh, they weren't supposed to do that this year. It was supposed to be everything in one place this year. I guess we had too much stuff.
Yeah, I think it's at one of the ones that's connected with the walkway. So I don't think it'll be too bad, but one of them things. But then I'm gonna have to book it back over to the War Machine seminar.
Yeah, because I'm doing that day. I'm not only meet and greet and get our badge, but also doing I'm doing the Corvus Belly and the War Machine keynotes. So we can learn about all the cool things. Really interested to see what Corvus Belly is doing next year with Warcrow. because we have 2 other factions to go, and they said possibility that should have enough for all the factions to have a 250 point list by the end of the year, or before the end of the year. And then I'd like to see what they're going to be doing in Infinity, because, like I said, we got a new edition of Infinity, which when we get back from Adepticon,
We'll be working on that.
yeah, sorry, I had something come through. I think we have a Amber Alert or something. But I am going to try to get one of my prevalent Infinity guys on that does Infinity events and everything, and we're going to be talking about Infinity while we paint up some of the new stuff that they gave us, and do a combination Infinity painting discussion and 5 discussion at the same time.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, so if y'all haven't heard, Infinity Corvus Belli has paired up with the Army Painter to do painting, and they have paint sets that go along with their models, and they have these tutorial paint set things that are coming around, and pretty much it's all the paints to paint that one army in their paint set. And I believe there's going to be a tutorial in there. I haven't had a lot of detail on it, but they want us to do some painting on that, and I figured we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get one of my friends that's a huge into Infinity and work on that model at the same time. Sorry,
I'm here for it.
Sounds like a solid plan to me.
Yeah, just make it a little bit easy. That way we can talk about N5 and also do the cool paint stuff.
Yeah.
So, get all the cool things done together as one. But I also thought about Adepticon next year, instead of classes, because I've got things going in my brain, as anybody y'all know. I'm always thinking of something. Running some RPGs next year.
That'd
So,
be fun.
yeah, one shots and stuff. Because they're kind of
Okay.
branching out a little bit more, even though, Gary Con is right there and right around the corner, and et cetera, et cetera. I think that they're wanting to kind of branch out a little bit into the RPG. Because they had a decent amount of RPGs this year. But I don't mind one shots, because one shots are, to me, are quick and easy. Prepare for it, get it, go. It's not a tournament, it's just 4-hour game session. Do it.
All shenanigans, have a good time.
Yeah. All the cool things. Get things done.
Talk like a mobster, nerd.
So to make sure that she talks, we're going to be talking about role-playing games. Because if you're in the pre-ramble, I am starting up an RPG game, and Nerd is going to get to play in it. Yay for letting Nerd play. And we started talking about session 0 and permissions and yes and no's. So, Nerd, what do you think about doing session 0s with these yes and no's and such? As our headphone is most likely muted.
Yes and no's. What do you mean?
Our session 0s for campaigns and such.
Yeah, but what do you mean by yeses and no's?
What's okay? Limits and breaks during a role playing game.
Oh, yeah.
And you need to be talking like
that
a
makes sense.
mobster.
Oh yeah. Um, So, why do I put up with this? So, yeah, I think it'll be fine. It's something I kind of do anyway in the form of like those RPG consent forms, but I'm curious to see how you run a Session Zero versus like other people.
Yeah, well, our session 0 is going to be most likely offline. Won't be something we do
Yeah.
together as a group. It's just getting that going. I mean, I know, and some people aren't going to, you know, me, I don't care. I don't give two damns. If it's something that, but I don't have that limit like a lot of people do. And we always want to be careful of everybody, and not step over a line. And there are certain things I won't do, like immediately. Like people are like, I don't mind if there's a romantic relationship. I just don't want to be sexting it.
Yeah. That's a pretty good line. Oh, I'm supposed to be talking like a mobster, my god.
Yeah.
Because I love you. This is correct. This is why I put up with this. Yes, you are correct, Shadow Sword. That's totally what this is. Love.
Cookie, the reason why you have to type something is so we don't get spammed or just whatever. So people are actually doing it. So that's the reason why.
Yeah.
You are confirming you are not a robot. That's how that works.
Yeah. What Mizzy said. But session 0, it doesn't have to be anything big. You don't have to be, anything crazy. Hey, there's one of my players right now.
Hey,
Hey, what's
Ivy.
up, V? How's it going?
It's mostly just to make sure that you're respecting people's boundaries and everything else. And I've already played with V already once and ran a campaign and already went, and with that campaign, and it wasn't even a campaign, it was a one shot. But that one was a pretty hardcore thing, best way to put it. I actually had to put it on air and then I had to actually take it off because it was considered a little bit too adult.
Too spicy.
And it wasn't even spicy. It was just we actually had to do.
Intense.
Yeah, it was very intense.
Serious.
Yeah, and at one point we actually had to do a aftercare session on it because it got to some people.
Yeah.
Nothing bad. It's just somebody's like, "Wow, that episode hit me harder than I thought it was going to."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was damn good roleplay.
But one of mine, so some of my things, there's a lot of things that don't bother me. I don't care as long as it's not like over exaggerated or you're not glorifying the um the negatives. You're using it as in a correct way that either someone's they're the person that doing it is a dick and you're not glorifying it. I'm usually okay with it. The one thing I don't do is I don't role play sex in a game. I do the whole either boots on the ground, fade to black, type thing. There's only been one time it's actually come up, and I was playing in a vampire game. And for anybody who has ever played vampire, knows that it's a pretty, I wouldn't say sexually charged, but that's the best way to put it. Type game. And this guy was like, "Well, I am going to do this, and I want to do this to her," and I'm like, "We're not going to go there. If you want to role play sex, go find someone to type it up with. I'm not doing it." I don't care if someone has a sexual relationship or something in the game. Don't have a problem with that, but I am not role playing sex in a game. Just not my bag of tea. Don't have a problem. You're like, hey, I want to go sex up this person for whatever reason. Fine, go, girls, go do it. Go have your hot tub scene with Yennefer. Don't care. Your character wants to be a hoe. I wants to be a bard hoe. More power to you. No problem.
I usually like, and let's cut to a different scene.
I usually just do the fade to black. All right, you get laid. Next. That type of thing. I don't.
I've only had it come up a couple of times. Like, the most that they've heard, like, the worst it's gotten is, like, you smell things and you hear things.
Macaroni noises.
Macaroni noises.
Like I says, I
My bard
usually.
is not a hoe. My bard was not a hoe either in Daggerheart. My bard was most definitely not a hoe.
But for the most part, like I said, most people are pretty cool with it. And most people are not going to, go crazy with it. Like I says, I don't have a problem with most things. If you're telling me a bad guy has done something evil and he has done an evil thing that some people don't find appropriate, or, some people have already said no in a game, I'm okay with that. Don't glorify it. If you're going to make this guy evil, don't glorify what he's doing as evil. And that's how I am about anyone. If you want me to have a bad guy, if you want me to hate this bad guy, don't glorify him or give me a reason why he's bad. Don't care. He's a bad dude. I'm here to kill him. The reason why I don't like origin stories like the Joker, I don't want to know Joker's origin story. I want him to be the evil dick he's supposed to be. So that's just me. That's just a personal preference. You can hear my resin printer pulling away from the build plate while it's trying to get those next ones done. But and our session 0 is not going to be anything to go crazy about.
I think it'll be fun.
And we actually, if you really think about it, we actually have kind of done our session 0 already because we got together and started talking about it already.
Started talking about what we're all gonna play.
What we're going to play and, what our no's and yeses are.
We did a negative session, -1.
Yeah. We kind of got together and got a little on it.
Because we got excited.
So we're gonna have session 0.5. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing big. I got the wood done. Wood on the mimic. Yeah, and then you were like, yes. And then you were like, I won't make a character tonight. I will let this shit. And then what'd you do for the next hour and a half, V?
We built characters.
But we built amazing characters.
Also, I asked V to join. I said, please. Please is important.
No, it didn't take that long. It was just
No.
figuring out our concepts and just talking about it after the fact.
Yeah, it was just funny because V definitely says, I'm not going to go make a character, but thanks for letting me know. And then all of a sudden she's like, but this and this and this
Well,
and this.
actually.
It was just kind of funny. No dig or nothing. It was quite hilarious.
It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine.
No, yeah, there's nothing wrong. But
I don't know. It seems kind of sus to me.
Don't be suspicious and don't be suspicious.
We're all gonna be suspicious.
it's because y'all are a bunch of paranoid.
Why am I the freaking face of the party?
Because you decided to play a cleric.
Just because I got the highest charisma.
Because we used our charisma as our dump stat.
Points at Slade.
So it's going to be a 4-person party. It's going to be Nerd, Mizzy, V, and Slade playing.
And it's gonna be glorious.
It'll be a bit more serious campaign than it is silly. And I've already made that, try to keep all the real life and silliness not pertinent to your character out. Although we're always going to be making dick jokes because we always make dick jokes.
Noted.
Because we are all 12-year-old boys.
Yes. But
Accurate.
it's interesting, to talk about that because we always are going to make stupid jokes like that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It just happens. But whether you let it go and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and derail, that's when,
Not everything is a joke.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everything needs to be a joke.
He's so cute, Missy. Look,
I love him so much.
little beaky beak.
Just a sleepy little boy.
But we will be streaming it. We will be doing it live. I've already got a background set up. I got to get with Mizzy and then Nerd to set up some other stuff. But I'm not going to do theme music. We'll do a recap every episode. That way we can remember. It is D20. It'll be all done on Mind's Eye. So there's not going to be maps or pictures. It'll be descriptive. And on top of that, it will just be beyond 20.
All physical dice.
Yep. We roll. We roll in digital dice, but we'll be able to see the dice. You'll be able to see the dice, and so you'll be able to see what people are rolling and what their, what the effects are of their dice. GM will be hiding dice just for whatever reason it needs to. That way, I don't instantly kill people, and when it doesn't need to be, type thing. And then we will be using cameras to show everybody's face because I like seeing everybody's face when they play, especially when the oh shit things happen.
I so wish I'd had the cameras recorded when Dan frickin' fell out of his chair.
Oh my god, yes. That was great.
I'm so sad that I missed that.
And it was very slow too. It was just like very gradual. Next thing I know, he's down on the ground. I'm like, "Are you okay, dude?"
So I just got this brush. It's brand new, and the tip is already bent and curved.
Dude.
Not happy with this group of brushes. And what's funny is I've received two people's little sheets of what they like and don't like, and there are no surprises, no anything that in those that make me go, oh.
Yeah.
I've gamed with V before, so I already kind of knew anyway, type stuff. So not a big deal. And there's not going to be a lot of real life stuff in this, but in case there's something that comes up that might happen, like I says, it's not going to be a dark campaign. It's going to be an evil campaign, and evil things will happen. But you always want to make sure that you're taking care of, not doing anything. And if something comes up that might be, I'll reach out to somebody and say, hey, this is going to happen. Is this too much? And they're like, yay or nay. And then they'll let me know. And I'm like, all right, I'll tweak it. Or, okay, let's run with it.
It'd be fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time.
I plan on casting
I refuse to have fun.
Traumaturgy on everybody.
I look forward to it. Bring it on.
Don't worry, he will.
Oh, I've already got stuff set up. Like I says, I have the first script written out about things that happened between everybody's character and everything, and just the first episode, I already have it traumaturgied out.
I will have everyone know, by the way, since people are talking smack in the chat, that I have completely finished and based all of my work row as of like 30 minutes ago. And I am now working on my troll bloods. So there,
Uh-oh,
I'm
my
not
3D printer
slacking.
just. Hold on a second. My 3D printer just made a noise that shouldn't be doing it because it's supposed to be a 2-hour print job. Something happened.
That's
Give me
no.
1 second.
Oh no. I gotta figure out what pant color
Oh.
I want.
Shit. That finished quicker.
It's a baby owl bear, V. He doing a big old yawn.
Sorry, there wasn't something wrong with the printer. It finished.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Look at it go. What I was doing.
He cute as fuck.
Cute AF.
Cute AF.
Oh, well, it's because almost 8 o'clock, guys.
What?
Oh wow.
The
Oh,
time has
wait,
really fucking flown on this one.
Because we're getting shit done.
Um,
I didn't even get to. I haven't really even talked about the one shot I did with Game Master Eric this week.
well, go ahead and get started on that because, like I said, it's almost 8 o'clock and almost time for the media section, which I don't think we have a lot of media section to talk about. But
No, I have very little media.
go ahead with that. I just didn't think it was going that long.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. I played Jade, a drunken master monk turtle. It was just kind of here for the vibes, man. I mean, it's just everything's connected and karma and all that kind of stuff. Extend fate.
So you were pretty much role playing as the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, pretty much. I was in fact a sea turtle. So yeah, was it Crunch? No.
Crush.
Crush. I was close.
Crush.
Sends Mizzy a secret. Oh, you passing notes in class, B?
Yeah, we are.
Thanks, Allison. I had fun.
He has very good secrets that I am excited for her.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that because Mizzy and I. So Mizzy and I are waiting for the new patch stuff to drop for uh, Final Fantasy, and it won't drop until after Adepticon. And so I was like, "Well, you want to play something else in the meantime?" And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Here, try this game." And Mizzy,
So we started playing Guild Wars 2. It's really easy, which is great. I get to press buttons and I get to smash a lot of shit.
can you guess what type of class Mizzy is playing?
I'm gonna guess a warrior.
Mizzy is playing a plant person warrior. Yes,
Sylvari.
That's right, you are Groot.
I am Groot.
And I actually had every class maxed out, but I was like, you know what? I can redo this class. So I deleted my 80 semi rogue and started over the new rogue. And then as do what?
I said nice.
And I'm doing a double pistol, double dagger rogue.
Ooh.
And then I also took that one and I decided to clean out a character that I really wasn't playing with and didn't have a lot of fun with. And I decided to do a necromancer because there's a Reaper class for the necromancer that's supposedly tons of fun. And so I made a necromancer that I could play on the side whenever, I need a break or just want to do something. So
Or when you're waiting on me to catch up to you.
yes. Well, what's interesting, I have all these scrolls to get higher level and everything. And I was like, the one thing I like about it is you could still be higher level, but if you haven't ever played Guild Wars 2, when you go to a level, when you go to an area, it de-levels you so the content is equal to, or you're a little bit above the
So
content.
it just level matches you. Gotcha.
Yeah, it level matches you to your area. So even if you've got all this great stuff, yeah, you're still going to be pretty high level and you're going to have a good time doing it. So it's okay to be, OP'd. Because I can still group up with Mizzy. We can still do dungeons. So no big deal. Hydrate.
Drink.
All the hydrates.
All right, I'm ready when you ready.
Give me
Not
that.
a good stopping point, so
I'm gonna
now I gotta put paints away.
paint the base real quick. That way I can let this set while we're doing the media section. But the
It's so
campaign,
cute.
the campaign that I'm going to be doing is a story I have had in my head for a while, and there was a module that touched on this, and I'm going to be expanding on it. Is pretty much what it is. And like I says, it'll be a evil campaign, but not evil characters, and evil things will happen, but not a dark. I don't plan on putting anybody into traumaturgy.
You're just gonna make us get all up in our feels.
Well, I'm going to make your characters get up in all the fields. Because for the most part, y'all seem like y'all are a pretty go-lucky, kind of happy group of people.
Yeah, sure.
I'm about to change all that shit. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? All right.
Bring it on, Gonzo.
I think you're going to like it. I think especially some people are going to go, we just did what the fuck did we just do? Especially after the first episode.
Oh, I'm sure.
And really, I hope people will watch. Ooh, our cameras are all like kind of screwed up. Apparently. Oh no, you're not. Especially because there's going to be, I put y'all in a certain world, and so it'll be interesting to see if you're about to fuck up that certain type of world.
Yeah, shit wrecked.
There's going to be some shit wrecking, and people are not going to like it. But we need to have something done different and have some fun. So, other than that, for a reason. Your characters are so much angrier now because I am so much angrier now for reasons. Well, V, I hope you enjoy this because there will be some good angry things to happen and angry things going on. But like I said, not going to spoil it because I want y'all to know and have fun with it. It'll be kind of cool. There will be things that will happen that are out of your control, but you have a way of fixing it. You just have to do that. Some things will be out of your hand, but some things weren't. Also, you weren't here for it. We'll say this in the chat. We'll get together before we have it, but I do the if you make good rule of cool role playing when you do attacks or damages or whatever, you know, you get bonuses. So we'll have to wait and see. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the media section. Not going to be a large one tonight. Nerd's going to be just eating peanut butter and talking about things. I'm sorry.
Nourishing yourself.
Nerd
is nourishing herself.
Nerd is self-carrying with peanut butter right now.
Yes.
So I was supposed to have watched 2 things today, but I got a little too busy and I didn't get to. But I needed to finish Free Run, and I'm only got like 2.5 episodes left to go. But what the hell? That light's really bright in my face, and so I didn't get to finish it. So I'll watch them probably this week and finish it out. And then I'll finish a couple other series and a couple of movies. The Craven review will be our Adepticon review when we get back, because it is on Netflix right now. That's really dark.
Gotcha.
So that will happen after. No, is The Crow anywhere right now, Cookie? I know Wicked has finally come out on Paramount Plus, so I'll definitely be watching that because that is my favorite musical of all time. So I'll definitely be watching that. And then I'll have to look it up and see where The Crow is at now, because I would definitely want to watch that because I definitely want to give. I'll take the pain for y'all.
It is on Hulu.
It is on Hulu. Okay, I have Hulu. I will suffer the pain. It'll take me 2 weeks, but like I said, we're not here next week. I will watch The Crow, Craven, and Wicked. So I'll have those to watch. I'm not looking forward to watching any of them, but I suffer so you don't have to. I'm cautiously optimistic on Wicked.
I would like to watch Wicked with you because I have not seen Wicked.
Well,
the musical. So
okay.
Hey, Mizzy, do you want to watch Inside Out 2 with me next weekend?
It's not as bad. You're not going to get emotionally.
So we can be each other's emotional support. Yes, I will watch. I will watch that with you
because I will lose my shit.
Ed Defoe is saying that they watch Electric State, and we're going to go with that too because Mizzy and I watched Electric State this week. We watched Electric State. It came in. I actually got to do some stuff with that product, which is now I can talk about since it's out. I actually got to do some marketing with that with my last job. It was interesting. I'm glad the movie's out and it came out because it ran into a lot of delays. It's based off of a book, so on and so forth, and it's not too far off from what's going on now and all those other things. But the interesting part about this whole story and the whole thing is Chris Pratt cannot play anybody but Chris Pratt. If you were to tell him to play something that was not his current thing, I don't think he could do it. And yeah, some of the graphics were not good. Some of the CGI was not good. Some of the rest of it was pretty decent. Overall, I give it a meh rating. Everything was, of course, predictable, and the lines. I was even actually saying the lines to stuff as it was actually happening. I go, "This is the next line," and I would say it, and Mizzy and Erica would look at me like, "What the fuck?"
Insider knowledge over there.
No, it wasn't even insider knowledge. You just knew what was going to be said. You knew it was going to be said.
Yeah, a little on the predictable side.
Yeah, it was very predictable. I hate that Chris Pratt can only act one certain way, and it's pretty much if you've seen Chris Pratt, yeah, you see him in Guardians, he acts the same way in pretty much everything else that I've seen him in. I haven't seen everything he's in, but the last few ones I've seen, just been the same, and I was kind of disappointed in that. Yeah. A lot of good people played a lot of good voice acting in it. The story is very predictable. You know it's going to be Stanley Tucci. I love the man. I still think his greatest movie is when he was the father in what was it? The Scarlet Letter movie that is like the modern day version of Scarlet Letter.
Oh, with
Easy
Emma Stone.
Yeah, with Emma Stone. What was it?
Oh my God,
Easy A.
Yes. I still think he was. I think it's my favorite role he's been in, and I love Stanley Tucci. The show was it was okay. I've seen better. It was just meh. It gets my 2.5 Space RP rating because it was just there. They could have done a whole lot more with it. I don't know the books. I don't know how far they deviated from the book. Millie Bobby Brown was meh. It just was it was just like, here's a movie, guys, and that was about it.
I thought the robots were fun, so I'm gonna give it a 2.
The robots aren't bad. A lot of
the-
CGI in this.
Yeah,
A lot of CGI.
I've definitely could have watched worse things, so I'm not gonna kick it too hard, but it could have used some improvements.
Yeah.
But overall, it wasn't too terrible.
Yeah. It was just very
Also
predictable.
Denzel.
It was very
Mhm.
predictable. The roles were very predictable. You knew it was going to happen. You knew how it was going to happen. It was just there. So I wasn't impressed. I was very disappointed in it. It could have been a whole lot better. Nerd?
We're gonna go with one of my favorite Stanley Tucci roles. This is based on. It's a movie based on. Uh, do you know who the humorist Dave Barry is?
Mm-mm.
He's a columnist. He's written several novels. But it's called Big Trouble, and it's a crazy group cast. It's not one that did well in theaters. It's definitely one of those cult classics, and it's kind of a weird movie, but it's one of my favorites. It mainly focuses on Tim Allen and Rene Russo, but then you also get Stanley Tucci, Johnny Knoxville, Dennis Farina, Jason Lee, Tom Sizemore, Zoe Deschanel, Patrick Warburton, Janine Garofalo. Like, it just keeps going. It's just like every character actor you can think of pops up in this movie, and it's just about how it's a bunch of different um people that all seem to get tied into this one plot. And it's absolutely ridiculous, slapstick, over the top, fun, like, satire. I really enjoy it. I give it like a 1 out of I give it like 1 Space Harvey. It's delightful.
Mm.
You got any more?
We do, because Nerd and Mizzy and I watched a lot of things together. And
Uh-huh.
do you have one that we didn't watch together, Mizzy?
No, I don't.
Okay. So I decided to do the rollback machine and take Erica and Mizzy on a trip through my teenage years, because they've never seen this movie, and this movie is a cult classic and is a very dark movie, and actually set up a lot of other movies down the line.
Is what it is.
It was a very big trip. They had never seen Heathers before, and so I took them on the trip that was Heathers.
Oh my god. Okay. Tell me everything.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit. I'm going to tell you what
Your
was
gimmick,
interesting.
Heather.
Is so watching this as an older adult, when this came out as a teenager type thing, watching it now, there was some very cringy shit that happened in this movie, but it is a very product of its time. You look at it
Mhm.
now going, this is a product of its time, so on and so forth. If they were to make Heathers again, you could still copy and paste
They
the
did
entire thing.
remake it. They did remake it, and it's not good.
But you understand where I'm going with this.
Mhm.
And it would still be the same thing, still act the same way. So behind the scenes stuff that, so the first Heather, the blonde one that they kill, spoilers, we're going to give spoilers of this. She has a line in there going, did you get a brain tumor? And shortly after the movie, in 91, she died of a brain tumor. So it was like, oh, is there a curse behind this movie or something? Or 2001, something like that. There, she actually got a brain tumor, and she passed from a brain tumor, which I was like, well, um, and this movie actually set up a lot of other movies. Christian Slater, one of his first
Yeah.
roles I remember him in, and everything. And there's a lot of oh shit moments. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Mizzy talk about this whole movie, because this is her first time and the damage she got from this.
Tell us.
5 minutes, I wanted to scream, red flag, what the fuck are you doing? Red flag, hey! Ah! As I turn my lights off. Damn, dark, holy shit, what the fuck kind of drugs was this dude on? But also, goddamn, it hit a lot of good points. With some of the things that they address with, like, the girl with the bigger girl with dump truck, I think is what they called her.
Yeah.
And how, like, this girl was seriously depressed and, hated her life and wanted to kill herself. But their actions pushed her to that. But then whenever she did it, they're like, oh, she's just trying to be popular. No, fuck that. Fuck you. Bad people. I don't like you. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because this, if you really think about it, this movie kind of set up Mean Girls, because the Heathers were mean girls, beyond belief mean people.
That's an understatement, but yeah.
I still think one of the best scenes in there is when Christian Slater pulls out the gun in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's interesting about this whole situation is going back and listening to it, they're like, "Hey, it was shooting blanks. They're not gonna expel him for that." And I was like, "Yeah, today's world, not only been expelled, you've been arrested, and you would have been gone."
You'd be facing charges and jail time and all that shit.
Yeah.
1000%.
But I mean, if you really think about it, this movie is very, very dark and very, just evil and stuff what this person's trying to do and manipulate people to do these things and killing people. And he's like, one of the lines where Christian Slater is like talking about the two jocks, and someone's like, all they're going to do is do dick jokes and date rape stuff. And you're like, you look at that and you're like, shit. So they're just going to go ahead and kill him anyway, because that's what's going to happen anyway. And it's just, and there's so many lines in there that are, repeatable, and it's very dark. I was looking back at this is from my teenage years. It was very cringy seeing the stuff that was in there, but it wasn't stuff that didn't happen when it was a teenager. The racial jokes, the sexual jokes, sexual orientation, the way the atmosphere was played during that time in my life. Yeah, this stuff happened. So it wasn't like, I look back on it now going, yeah, there were some shitty things that happened. And I knew there was, but seeing it portrayed in the movie just made it even more prevalent. So I did find it hilarious that people who were watching it with were like, Christian Slater was hot in that. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of started the Christian Slater hot era. So,
not like we have a type or anything.
So, Mizzy, what do you give Heather since it was your first time seeing it?
I'd give it a 1.5.
I can agree with that.
I liked it for what it was, but at the same time, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, and these were common teenage movies at the time. Because I did show them the trailer for Pump Up the Volume, which was Christian Slater's.
I was thinking about that one.
Yeah, because they've never seen that one either.
Oh, man.
And it's not available on streaming. We looked.
Yeah.
Aw.
Mr. Happy Harry Hard-On.
Yeah.
Which is another one. We'll have to get them to watch that one too, but we'll get with that. Pump Up the Volume was actually pretty good and pretty fun too. So that was the era where Christian Slater was very popular and was getting tons and tons of roles thrown at him left and right. Very big teenage heartthrob era. But
yeah,
I give Busy the same thing. Watching it now as an adult in our current area and everything, I'm like, yeah, we were dicks back then. There was a lot of shitty people back then, and they said a lot of shitty things, and it was approved shitty things too, type stuff. And nowadays you would have said that or done any of that, it would have been a whole different thing in your school. But it was still a great movie. It is still a great dark comedy. It is still relevant because schools are still like that. Schools, people still treat people like that. People are still shitty like that. But Yeah, I give it about a 1 because it's a classic now. It rates. I mean, I don't think it rates. Breakfast Club is the all-time best perfect high school teenage movie in my opinion, but this one is the
Yes.
dark comedy type thing.
I
Nerd, what you
don't
got?
think that you
Oh.
could put these two in the same category.
No, but
Not
they
at all.
are they follow this pattern of high school movies.
Yeah. Nerd, what
Uh,
you got?
I ironically related to Breakfast Club. There is a group. The group changes up periodically, but a group that performs at different cons, all voice actors, called Twisted Tunes, and it's all of your favorite cartoon voice actors reading movie scripts as characters they've played or doing impressions of various actors. Um, this was them reading Breakfast Club and hearing Vernon played by SpongeBob SquarePants is absolutely hysterical. Or you get Bender voiced by Troy Baker doing an impersonation of Alan Rickman, and it's just I was just dying. And like they're usually like an hour to an hour and a half long because they're just events at a con. But there's several of these. They've done some Star Wars. They've done, I want to say they did a Harry Potter. They've done Beauty and the Beast, Wizard of Oz, uh, Breakfast Club, Ghostbusters. Like it's pretty ridiculous, and they've yeah, it's just
Wow.
I don't really know how to rate this. Um, two very enthusiastic thumbs up. I'll give it that.
Before we get into what Mizzy and I watched again, also Andor season 2 is coming up April 22nd, which I'm really looking forward to because it's going to be the end and it's going to be a good story. So looking forward to that. Can't wait for it. There's a couple other things that are coming out pretty soon, but Andor 2 is definitely on my top radar right now.
I watched the trailer for that, and I actually kind of want to watch it now.
Yep. We also watched the newest episode of Daredevil, episode 3. No spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. It's still good. I'm curious how they're taking it and how they're going to go with it because there's some stuff that is happening in the show that is relevant to our society today, but is also relevant to the Marvel universe type thing. You'll see it in this episode and you'll see it big as day, but we'll have to see what's going on. But still a good episode. Daredevil still has got a great show. Still all in it. Mithy?
Still want to go back and watch the original to figure out more of what's the backstory of everything. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it was really good. This episode ended on a shitty note.
Yeah, it did.
A big shitty note, but we'll see. We'll see how everything's going. It'll ramp up. The Daredevil series never stays, and it wasn't even a lull. There's always something that's an oh shit moment in this series. So we'll see it when it happens.
I mean, within the first 15 minutes of the first episode, yeah, that's a lot of oh shit moment right there.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah. It was pretty solid.
I kind of want to binge it when it all comes out. Want to wait.
Yeah, the first 15 minutes was
Prepare for
wild.
emotional damage.
Yeah. No spoilers because it's
Uh,
still new, but yes, it was really
Yep,
good.
and
Yes.
I'm gonna wait on my review of Dragon Prince until I actually finish the last few episodes of this season.
Are you going to do a season or are you going to do series finale?
I guess I might as well just finish the series at the rate we're watching it.
Yeah, because we'll probably crank it up I'll probably crank it up in the Discord so you can finish watching it.
Yee.
So, Nerd, you got anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I pretty much don't have anything else. Mizzy and I have been playing some Guild Wars 2. Got back into that, relearning it. It's been like 2 years since I played. I think it's still a great MMO, especially for free. You can download it for free. You can play for free. You just gotta, pay for the things.
I am going to rate their customer service a 2 thumbs up.
Oh yeah, they did fix your problem like quite quickly.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I signed up for it one night and then took a break for a couple of days, maybe went to sign back on. And it was like, your account's been locked for security purposes. And I'm like, what the fuck? Apparently my account got swept into like a normal security sweep type of thing. And so they like completely deactivated. I had to email customer service and they took care of it pretty quick. So good job, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, they do a security sweep on accounts every so often, and they check to see if there's like spam accounts or bots or anything like that. And with her starting a brand new account and then only playing for like a little bit and then not coming back for like a day or two, they were probably like, this is probably a bot type thing. So
I am not a robot. I promise.
So we got her figured out and everything. So I'm enjoying it. I think it's a great MMO, especially for people new. So we'll have to see that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything else?
That's it.
Guys, we're going to get out of here. We're 4 minutes early. We're going to go ahead and get out of here and say goodbye to you. We will be back in 2 weeks. We will be hanging out in Discord. You can come and hang out with us. We usually hang out in Nerd Hollow's Discord because it's just an easier place for all to get together. We'll be playing games in there, talking, so on and so forth. Not a big deal. Listening to music, painting minis. Mizzy still has to get minis done.
Body doubling.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. I will definitely finish this week.
You better, because you have to.
I will definitely finish this week. I will not be panic painting the Tuesday before we leave. I will be fine.
So,
I
guys,
got this.
Please have a safe night out there. If you see us at Adepticon and we don't know you and you want to say hi, please do so. We love to hear from our fans. We love to hear people that are there. Please let us know if you find us. Make sure you check us out. And if we have miniatures left, we will give you a Mimic miniature. So don't worry about it. If we have it while supplies last, we're bringing 150. Hopefully you don't run out of those too quickly. So, as usual, please take care of yourself. Please look after each other. If you see something, say something. If you can do something, do something. We've got to look after each other from here on out. For More Than Dice, I'm Gonzo.
I'm Nerd.
I'm Mizzy.
Good night, folks.
Thanks for listening to More Than Dice, making the world a better, nerdier place, one dumb joke at a time. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more nerdy action or to connect with your hosts, check them out on Facebook.com/morethandice and Twitch.tv/more_than_dice. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay proud, and we'll see you soon on the More Than Dice podcast.